Sheikh Jassim or Redcliffe is going to be a very, very long summer for Manchester United. It's going to be a very, very long transfer summer for Manchester United. Whoever buy Manchester United is going to be a long summer for them. So every Manchester United fan at this particular point in time, I think you should just calm down and relax. And I've said this, man, if you think Manchester United are going to just sign bunches of players at the same time, like during this transfer, it's going to be very, very difficult because there's new owner coming. See, I want Sheikh Jassim to get this. I want the Qatarians to get this club because I feel like what they have on table is more relatable to the fans than what Redcliffe has on table, right? I don't want the Glazers family to be part of Manchester United anymore. I think they've stayed longer overdue. I think Sheikh Jassim deserves to be the owner of Manchester United. Has been fan for a very, very long time. And the way he's coming, when you look at his bid, you'll be like, okay, this bid makes sense so well. And so basically, it's not just spending money, it's making sure that the money you are spending is doing what it's supposed to do. Because every team has spent a lot of money, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, but Man City spent it in the right way and it was managed in the right way, and that's why they have been successful this way. So if to me, I think Sheikh Jassim should be in the right position to get Manchester United. And I think every Manchester, about 90% of Manchester United will want Sheikh Jassim to own Manchester United. Not just because they're Qatarian, not just because they have the money, but because he is a fan already, right? He will love Manchester United, and I think he will dedicate his time to Manchester United. So that's it. But anyway, so today we'll be looking at 4 players within Manchester United should sign this season that will make them a Premiership contenders. I think that's not. I'm not overreacting, right? I mean, I feel like if Manchester United sign these 4 players, they'll be in the conversation of Premiership contenders. I'm not saying I'm not saying they're going to win it. I'm saying they'll be contending with Man City, right? Because as it stands now, I think Man City, they just level above everybody. It's a fact we can't take away. And if you think of the club that can really stop them now, it should be probably Liverpool, Manchester United, or Arsenal. I don't want to put Chelsea because I feel like Chelsea, they have a lot of players, new coach is coming. It's going to take some time before they build. I don't want to take anything away from Chelsea. They're going to be an outstanding team in the next 3 years. Take this from me, because they have what it takes to be outstanding in the next 3 years. But I think with the new coach coming, with quite a lot of new players, it's going to be like a little bit difficult for them to like fight for the league now. But I think the 3 clubs that can really fight Manchester City next season, I don't want to put Newcastle too, but I think it's Liverpool first, Manchester United, and Arsenal. Yeah. But I think if Manchester United could sign these 4 players I'm about to mention now, with their quality, with their establishment, with their speed, agility, and everything, I think Manchester United will go for next season, to be candid. And as a Manchester United fan, I think the first 2 things you'll be looking at that is lacking in Manchester United are striker and a proper midfielder. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. And I think the worst thing that happens to us was us bringing Weghorst, letting Cristiano Ronaldo go and bringing in Weghorst was like awful. This is a guy that couldn't even score in the Premiership at all. So let me just forget about that anyway. But let's talk about which striker you think Manchester United should bring. And I look at it. I know people talk about Osimhen, people talk about Ramos of Benfica, and people talk about Kane. And 100% I'll go with Kane, to be candid. And if I'm Kane, I'm looking at Manchester United, I'm looking at Madrid. I'm thinking, if Kane really wants to just win trophy, absolutely he should go to Madrid, because he is likely to win trophy faster in Madrid than Manchester United. That's fact. But if he wants to maintain his legacy that he had in Tottenham, I mean, having the highest goal scorer in the Premiership and probably still win league, I think he should come to Manchester United. And why I want Harry Kane to come to Manchester United is the idea that he knows the league, he has played in the league. I mean, this is a guy that has scored above 20 goals every season. It's outstanding. And you can't take that away from him, right? So the experience is there, the goal scoring ability is there, the leadership is there, and I think he will fit into this Manchester United team perfectly well. He's coming into Manchester United team and knows that nobody can bench him. The fans will love him so much, right? So I think Manchester United signing Harry Kane will be a big advantage. Like Manchester United, Harry Kane with 30 goals, adding to this Manchester United team, I think we'll have a better chance of winning the league. Yeah. How many goals did Rashford score last season? 17, right? So if Harry Kane comes plus his 30 goals or 25 goals minimum, you know where you're going to. That's what I'm saying. But if I think Harry Kane should just come to Manchester United. That's it. That's the first position you need to fill in because that's what we are lacking. What made us not to finish very strong last season was the idea that there was no proper striker. You know, you can't back your hope on Marshall. You not get anything from him. Weghorst, nonsense, right? So it was only Rashford. Go. So I think if we have a proper striker now, and Rashford starting from the left hand side, Manchester United will be another beast on its own. And the next thing that you want to fill in is the midfield, because I feel we have there's a lot of responsibility for Bruno Fernandes. There's a lot of responsibility for Casemiro, right? So, and these are the two most amazing midfielders that we have. So I don't want to put the likes of them, Eriksen and Fred, because I feel like Eriksen is old, his heart is weak, so it's absolutely very, very difficult for him to perform 100%, right? Fred is such an inconsistent player. Sometimes he's with his Cameroonian passport, sometimes he's with his Brazilian passport. Whatever he's with his Brazilian passport, he's performed well. So that's it. So we need a proper midfielder. And I think if you want a big two proper midfielder that will come into that team and perform well, number one should be De Jong. I don't know what Manchester United will do, but I think Manchester United need to do everything possible to make sure that they sign De Jong this year. Last year, De Jong transfer saga was appalling, but I think it's something that will still take place this year. And I think if Manchester United can bring De Jong into this team, it should be an absolute plus to Manchester United team. I mean, imagine a team that comprises of Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and De Jong. It will be mad, right? So that's it. If we cannot get De Jong, I think the next player we should be talking about is Mount. And I know Manchester United just submitted a bid for Mount, and it was rejected anyway. It's crazy the amount of money they want Manchester United to sign him. But I think if Manchester United really want to go into this season again, I think they should be going for Mount, right? I know Mount is not this kind of player. Why I'm not so interested in Manchester United signing Mount is the idea that Mount is a childhood player from Chelsea. Like, he loved Chelsea. So he's coming to Manchester United not because he loved Manchester United. He's coming to Manchester United because Manchester United will pay him better. So you see the difference. So that is why I'll opt for a player called Moise Caicedo. I think Moise Caicedo of Brighton will be a proper player that will fit into this Manchester United team well instead of Fred. Bring it him. He's just 21 years old. Perfectly very good. Agile. Tackle-wise, outstanding. Interception, out of the world. Passes, out of the world. So bring him into this Manchester United team and will become something else. So these three players, if we can get these four players I just mentioned, now if we can get any of them, I think it will be outstanding. Now, to fill it out, because you can't take away that, yes, we're pretty good defensively last season, right? You have the likes of them, Martinez, Varane, Lindelof pick up at the later end of the season. But I think if there's something we missed from the beginning of the season, is defense. And when Varane, when he got injured and Martinez got injured, the defense was shaky. So we need a very solid defender that can fit into that Manchester United defense line. And I can't think of anybody than Kim Min-jae. Yeah, I'm right. Kim Min-jae. He is a phenomenal. If you watch Napoli against Liverpool in the Champions League, you will know that he is a beast on his own. His space is outstanding. His energy is superb. His tackle is out of the world. His interception is just crazy. His passing rate is outstanding. He has 90% passing completion. That's out of the world for a defender. And for you to defend absolutely very good in Italy shows how good you are. I mean, he took the space of Koulibaly and he fit into that space absolutely well, even better than Koulibaly. So that's to tell you how good he is. And I heard that he's a Manchester United fan. So go for him, get him early. And I think what will bring success to Manchester United this season is how fast Manchester United are on the transfer. if they are not very good on the transfer and they leave it late, it will be bad. But if they can do everything very fast, even before the club friendly, that will make sense, and that will like send signals to other clubs that, you know what, Manchester United are back to business. Go. Kim Min-jae would be a proper Manchester United defender if Manchester United signed him. And last season, he was phenomenal. I could name him in 3 top best player in Napoli and the best defender in the whole of Italy. That's it, because he has more tackle than any defender. He makes more passes than any defender. He makes more interception than any defender, and he won more duel than any defender in Italy. And I think he was one of the reasons why they won that Scudetto. So I think Manchester United need to sign these 5 players, and if they could, they'll be competing for the league next season. Yep. Please, if this is your first time of seeing this channel, subscribe, like, and on the notification button. And also, which player do you think Manchester United need to sign next season? Just let me know in the comment section. Thank you, and God bless.